The next chapter, overhead cost control. We'll see the meaning of overhead. The term overhead refers to any expenditure incurred over and above the prime cost. As we know, there are three elements of cost. One is material, second one labor, third one expenses. All the three elements in case of material divided into direct material and indirect material. In case of labor, direct labor and indirect labor. In case of expenses, direct expenses and indirect expenses. All the direct cost items, that is direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, constitute prime cost. All the indirect items, that is indirect material, indirect labor and indirect expenses, constitute overheads. It means in the cost sheet, apart from the prime cost, above the prime cost, that is factory overhead, office overhead, selling and administration overhead, constitute overheads. It means the overhead refers to expenses that cannot be conveniently identified with a specific product or activity. As we know, overhead cannot be identified and it when traced with a particular product, or it may be in the any job or activity. Overhead is also called as indirect cost and also called supplementary cost, because we know because overhead are not identified with particular product and even not part in the production process also. So we are called like it is an indirect cost, it is an supplementary cost. We'll see the definition of overheads now. According to Weldon, overheads are defined as the cost of indirect materials, indirect labor, indirect expenses, including services which cannot be conveniently charged either directly to specific cost units. It means all type of indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses and indirect wages. It includes not only the product but also it includes services, but these expenses cannot be traced easily with a specific product in cost units. The next concept, classification of overheads. Classification of overheads will be divided as a four type. The first one, element wise classification, functional wise classification and behavioral wise classification and controllability wise classification. We'll see the one by one. On the basis of element wise classification, the first one, indirect material. We have divided the element wise the three major types, that is indirect material, indirect labor and indirect expenses. The first one, indirect material. All those material, indirect material are those material which do not form a part of finished product or cannot be conveniently identified with the product, called as indirect materials. Means indirect materials are materials which are used to support the production process, but indirect materials are not particularly used in production process. It is a part of the production process, but it is not a particularly used in production process. For example, consumable stores, loose tools, lubricating oil, stationery. These are used to maintain the machine or support to the production process. Means these are some materials which, even though form of part of finished product, are treated as indirect material because they contribute very small part of the total expenses. As we told in the above statement, which are not become a part of the finished product, but some material, even though these are part of the finished product, we treat it as material as indirect materials because these materials used in smaller quantity while producing the any type of product. I mean contribute very small part of the expenses while producing the any type of product. For example, if you take consider as car while producing the any type of car as a finished product, we are using nut and bolts used in very small quantity for producing the product. For example, nuts, bolts and threads used in the manufacturing a car. We'll see the second one, that is indirect labor. The labor cost which are not directly engaged in production of goods and services. It means any remuneration or payment made to the worker, but these workers are not engaged in any manufacturing of any product, or it may be in the any service. For example, salary of supervisor. Supervisor duties look after the employees. If so, it is not engaged in production activity. The supervisor or employees are supervisor is not engaged in any production activity. So supervisor duty only to the guiding, or it may be in the looking the employees only. The next one, works manager and watchman. The duty giving the direction, but these people also not engaged in production process. So it is called indirect labor. The next one, indirect expenses. Indirect expenses are apart from the indirect material, indirect labor and indirect material and indirect labor called as indirect expenses. Means these are the cost which other than indirect material and indirect labor, which cannot be identified directly with a particular job or product or any activity. For example, canteen expenses, repairs, depreciation, insurance, advertisement. These are not related to the production of a product, and these expenses not included in the producing of any product, or it may be in the any service. So it is called as indirect expenses. The next type, or it may be in the next classification based, is functional wise classification. Under that, first one, factory overhead, second one, administration overhead, third one, selling overhead, fourth one, distribution overhead. We'll see the first one. Factory overhead or manufacturing overhead or work overhead all are similar. Under factory overhead, it is also called as production overhead. It represents all the indirect cost, that is indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses incurred in connection with production of product or service. It means any expenses which are incurred or used for production of any product, or it may be in the any service, called as factory overhead. For example, salary of factory supervisor. It means supervisor is not engaged in production of a product, or it may be in the service, but is linked with production of the product because he is giving the direction or is looking after the employees in the company. So is indirectly linked to the production of a product. Without the direction of the employees are not working properly or regularly in the preparing a product. So factory lighting or factory rent. Factory rent, in order to produce goods, we need some specific place or space. For that, we have to pay the rent for using the factory. The next example, factory lighting. They facilitate the manufacturing of the product. These are all the examples relating to the factory overhead or manufacturing overhead or works overhead. The next type, administration or office overhead. It means it is indirect expenditure incurred formulating policy, directing the organization, controlling and managing the operations of undertaking other than production, selling and distribution, called as administration or office overhead. Other than the production activity, distribution activity, any indirect expenditure incurred for the directing the organization and managing the organization, we need incurred for some expenditure that classified as office and administration overhead. It means these represent indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses incurred by the administrative department in the office. For example, cost of printing stationery used in office, salary of managing director, office rent, and computer used in offices. These expenses come under administrative and office overhead. Any expenses we are bearing under office that relate to completely relating to the office overhead. We'll see the next one. Selling overhead. Selling overhead, these expenses which incurred for promotion of any sales. We are manufacturing some product. If you keep your godown, already we manufactured any type of particular product. If we keep in your godown, there is no use. You have to promote your product, you have to give the advertisement relating to your product, and you need to sell your product. In order to sales, some costs are incurred. That is only selling overhead. We'll see now. These are those costs which are incurred for promoting sales, stimulating demands, and facilitating sales of an organization. And it includes all those indirect costs which are associated with marketing and selling and advertising activity. Means we have to give advertisement to your product and you have to promote your product. For these expenditure incur for to classification of any type of product, for to selling the product in your company, we need cost. That cost will be considered as selling overhead. What are the expenses incurred for to selling any type of product in the company, that will be considered as selling overhead. For example, free gifts and sample for to promoting a product, salary of sales manager. The sales manager needs to do the sales for to promoting a company also. So we are paying the salary to the sales manager, that will be treated in selling overhead. The next one, distribution overhead. From the factory, distribution overhead, in that from the point of factory until reaches to the customer or it may be in the consumer, for some expenditure you need to incur. That will be represent those costs which incurred from the time of the product is computed in the factory until to reaches ultimate customers. So from the point of factory to reaches to the ultimate customer, what are all the expenses, or it may be in any transportation or packing expenses or storage expenses related to the distribution to the customers. What are the expenses are to be incurred in the company, that will be considered as distribution overhead, which will incur for sale your product to customers and include indirect labor and indirect expenses in the distribution overhead. For example, vehicle driver salary, godown rent for to storing your goods in the godown, and vehicle driver salary for to distributing your product to the consumer, that will be treated as distribution overhead. We'll see the next one, classification based on the behavior wise or comparativity wise. Under that, first one, fixed overhead. Fixed overhead will be called as period cost also, because it will be fixed for a period of time in the company. It means these are those indirect costs which do not change even though there is a change in level of production. Means even though output or it may be the any volume of production will change, the cost incurred will not be changed. It remains constant up to the certain period of time. Because if the level of output goes up or it comes down, this overhead remains constant. It means any production level increase or decrease, the overhead remains constant. For example, salary of a manager, rent of the building. We'll see, if your production level 1000 to 1200 unit will be produced in the company, the rent of the building will not be changed, because your production only changing, you are using the building same. So we are paying the rent to the building for producing any type of product in the company, that will be treated as fixed overhead. The next one, variable overhead. Variable overhead means these are the indirect costs which vary in indirect proportion to the volume of output, which means it will be fluctuate based on your output. It will not be changed. It is fluctuating based on your quantity of goods produced. It means when the output increases, the total variable overheads increases proportionately. So andre, if you want to increase to your production level from the point of 1000 to 1200 level, you have to incur extra material, extra labor. So it will be fluctuate for to giving the salary to the labor and buying the raw materials from the any or it may be any store. You need extra cost that will be vary according to a production, that is treated as variable overhead. Next one, semi variable overhead. These are those indirect costs which remains constant to a certain extent and proportionately vary thereafter. For some time expenses remain will be same. These are partly fixed and partly variable. If you reaches beyond the expected level, you need to give the commission to the any agent party. Means, for example, you see sometimes sales representative are entitled to a fixed salary, but the sales representative will be crossed the beyond the level, means beyond the extended level what the company is given, those people eligible to get the commission. So it will be changed semi variable. It may be according to your proportionately it will be varies. So it will be varies according to your certain level of status. So beyond the level, if you any sales representative reaches, the company is going to be give the commission to the particular sales representative. These will be considered as semi variable overhead. Next we'll see the according to the controllability wise, the classification of overhead is the first one, controllable cost. It means it is a best example is variable cost because it is controlled by the management or it may be in the authority. It is regulated by the given level of management or authority. The variable cost can be controlled by the authority when the company is going to be any purchase of raw material. The different store for to purchasing any type of raw material, the price of the product will be differed. For example, if people are going to be purchase the any raw material in the any type of store, we'll see the different price in a different store. So based on that, we people are going to be spending our money for to taking the any raw material. So the best example to the controllable cost is variable cost because it is under the control by the authority or it may be the management. So next one, second one, uncontrollable cost. These are the costs which cannot be controlled or regulated by the management authority. In business, incur sometime because sometime it will be incurred profit or not. Based on that, we people are going to be give the salary. So if salaries and other administrative expenses, if the company incurred profit or not, we need to give the salary to the worker and we need to spending the our administration expenses. So it is uncontrollable if the company is incurring the profit or not. This is the uncontrollable cost. The main concept is now allocation and apportionment of overheads. The first one we will see. This is also, allocation is also known as departmentalization of overheads or primary distribution overheads. Some expenses will be divided as different departments, like overheads are apportioned to the production department and service department. The first one will see the first one department, that is production department. Production department are those departments where actual process of manufacturing activities take place. Actual manufacturing process will be taken called as product. With the help of the labor, raw materials are converted into the finished goods. So using, it may be in the machine or man. So for example, cotton textile mill, weaving and finished department. These people will be used in the from the point of converting to the raw materials into the finished goods in the production department only, using the it may be the man or machine. So this is the production department. We'll see the service department. These are those departments which not directly engaged in production. These departments are essential for smooth and efficient running of production departments. Expenses incurred by service department in order to producing the any type of product. I mean, if the expenses are incurred for to giving the service before going to be producing any type of product, that will be treated as service department. Such departments rendering the services such as it may be the repairs, maintenance, electricity, transportation, timekeeping, canteen for the benefit of production department relating to the workers, that will be considering service department. Next one, how will you allocate your overheads in a different department? For example, rent. How you will allocate to production department and service department? We'll see the first one, allocation of department. Allocation of overhead is the process of changing all amount of an individual item of cost directly to the cost center or departments. Means any expenditure, if identifiable or traced, that expenditure charged to a particular department, that process will be considered as allocation. Means an expenses which is directly identified with a specific cost center. I mean, allocation will be identified in specific cost center only, called as allocation only. Means, for example, salary of employees allocated to HR department. Usually any salary given taken by the employees, sanctioned by the company, the main responsibility of the giving the salary is HR department in the company. Any expenses related to the cost center called as allocation. We'll see the apportionment of overhead. It means allocating of the proportionment of item to the cost unit and cost center among different department. We are allocating part of the item to the different department in the allocation. We'll see now example, rent, telephone expenses allocated to the production and service department. It is the process of charging proportion of common items of cost to the different cost center in the even whole of one item of cost cannot be identified only with a particular cost center or department is known as apportionment. It means in the allocation, all item to be allocated or it may be in the apportion to the different department, that is production department, another one is service department. Allocation of department and apportionment of department in the company. Apportionment of overheads will be considered as common cost because it will be treated as common cost also because common costs are divided into two or more departments. So we are apportioned to the two different departments. One is production department, another one is service department. For example, all of the factory rent required to be apportioned among various departments and various departments, that is production and service department, by selecting the suitable base allocated by the company. This is called apportionment of overhead. We'll see the next continuation in the next class. Thank you.